G'day everybody, welcome back to Valheim. And good news, because we are starting build number 3 right in this location. It is sort of a little bit of a slope, so that might be kind of a problem, but I think we can manage. I think we can try and, you know, flatten some of it. Or perhaps maybe do something of a sort of tiered build. So we'll need like stairs and stuff like that to get to the upper levels. But anyway, enough of sort of dilly-dallying here with the intro. I will just quickly make this area safe. And I think the first thing we should be doing is just... oh lord, I've just forgotten about food for a second there. That might help. Yeah, I didn't eat anything while we were sailing, so that could have gone horribly wrong. But anyway, let's start by making our way back home. And I think what I'll do is I'll just start gathering some stuff that we need for the build. So let's just drop that, and I think we can bring home the rest. Yeah, that would have been a rude start to the episode if we died from a couple of skellies. Anyway, so let's maybe just put away some of this ingredients, and we'll get the day started. We might actually have a sleep as well, because there's no point in trying to do all of the building while we... Oh, did I drop... what is that? Those are my necktails. Oh, bloody hell. Alright, I could have saved that for making some brews and stuff, but that's right. I want to just cook up some of this deer meat. But yeah, I'm also sort of thinking, what are we going to need? Now, I haven't exactly, I guess, made anything with stone just yet. I know I'll need the stone cutting bench with me, so we'll need to take that down. I can't remember if the stone cutting bench requires anything else to be built next to it, or if there's a criteria for it, if that makes sense. Actually, this is it here. So let's just get that broken down, and yeah, let's see. So we've got iron from that, so it's just basically a couple of iron bars that we need in order to be able to make the bench. So that's fine, easy. Look, we could make a new one and just leave the bench here for aesthetic purposes, but maybe I won't do that. I'll just use the one that we have. And obviously we're going to need some wood and a hell of a lot more stones. So we'll carry that with us. Let's break that down. Carry as much wood as we can. And then we'll start sort of delivering our things, so to speak. Our construction materials over to our build site. And yeah, so once we get this new place built, it'll be exciting because I'll be able to try a lot of the newer things that we've unlocked, particularly the things that seem a little bit oversized for our current house. So I do need to sort of think quite big here. I have received some comments to say that our house might be a little bit too big, and that our rested buff sort of runs out when we sort of do stuff outside of the house, and you know, we're running from one end to the other. I'm sort of thinking about that, and I'm like, well, I'm not entirely sure how we would address that problem, because, you know, I do like the idea of having a bigger house. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make a house where the comfort level stays consistent everywhere we go, but we'll try. We'll try. Alright, so let's head back there. Oh no, okay. Iron. Oh, god damn it. Alright. So that is a problem, isn't it? Let me just place the stone cutting bench down again, because I like how it looks. And we're gonna have to try and resolve what we do with iron. I think perhaps maybe what we could do is we can build ourselves a temporary like smelter. We'll bring some coal. We've got iron nearby. We just have to sort of run to the other outpost to get some iron. And as long as we get 2, then we should be able to get a couple of bars, right? So, alright. So first things first, well, we've still got the bench here. That's good. So I will just drop a few things here. We'll drop that there as well. Anything else we can remove? There's a lot of stuff that we probably don't need with us. Maybe I can just go with storage chest here, just to leave behind a few things that we don't really need to carry with us. Yeah, I should have put some of that stuff away. That's fine. We'll come back to all of that. So, yeah, the kilns, I think we should be able to get what we need. So we need settling cores. We've got a few settling cores at home. So let's not worry about getting the settling cores just yet. I'm just going to run our way to the swamp base, and we'll grab the iron that we need. And then from there, we'll start the smelting process. And then I'll go back home to sort of sort out a few things at home before we sort of continue with starting the build. Yeah, I completely forgot about the whole couple of iron bars thing, and that's I guess the reason why you know, thinking about building a third time has been a little bit complicated as well, because not being able to teleport with iron is actually a limiting factor. Anyway, I'm sure we'll get past this hurdle. You know, since it's just standing there, I mean, why not, right? Get rid of those. So I was just mentioning to someone in the comments that it feels kind of weird that, you know, when we're sprinting particularly, it seems like we're, you know, sticking to the sides of the mountain. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It is very, very convenient. So I like being able to do that. I know this is probably not the most direct path, but I think climbing the mountain might actually be more detrimental. Plus, you know, there might be issues with wolves and drakes and stuff, which I really don't want to have to deal with right now. Okay, we've still got a couple of minutes on Eikthyr here. I'm gonna try and utilize that as best as possible. You know what? In hindsight, I could have just teleported here. Bloody hell. Anyway, guys, I always think that there's all sorts of mechanics in this game which I just like forget about somewhat. I'll drop that. I'll drop that there. So I think that should let us carry at least one more. Cool. So we've got a decent number of iron bars, or sorry, iron scraps, which we can now smelt. We should be able to get the process of building this place underway. Now, as usual, I don't really have much of a plan, guys, about what the house is going to look like exactly. One thing for sure, though, is I sort of want to divide rooms a little bit better this time. So I want a kitchen, and we're going to have storage in the kitchen for, you know, all the things that are actually food ingredients. And yeah, we'll have sort of like a quote-unquote living room. And then we'll definitely have a bedroom as well. So that's the plan. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't really have a lot of space, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing that. Why I'm doing that. Sorry guys, getting distracted here. Yeah, so at the very least we'll have 3 rooms. We could have multiple fireplaces as well. Now, we had the ability to craft what looked to be a gigantic looking sort of fireplace, which I would assume then would take some of the big, like, cooking stations. So, you know, we'll definitely have a big fireplace, but then I'm sort of keen on having like a nice little fireplace going on for the bedroom as well. But again, everything really comes down to how this build sort of turns out as we progress. You never know, I might not be able to achieve certain things that I actually want to do, but we'll try our best. There is the matter of, you know, making sure that there's a wall that encases the house. So that is definitely going to happen. We are extremely close to the mountains, though, so I am sort of a little bit worried about us getting attacked by wolves as well. Let's just make this area a tiny bit safer. I'm sort of thinking, do I want to maybe push back a little bit to this side? Because if I look at the map, we sort of have a larger area to work with around here compared to this side here, which is sort of encroaching the mountain a little bit more. So yeah, I think this is the spot. It is not a lot of space in terms of the areas that are considered to be the meadows, isn't it? I mean, these forests here are still considered to be the meadows. So that's fine. I think we'll definitely do it sort of around here. I'm just going to set up that temporary smelter. I could break down one of the smelters over there if I wanted to, but look, I won't do that just yet because you never know. We might actually have a need to smelt stuff from this house before actually setting up an actual area for smelting. So I'm also thinking perhaps maybe it'd be good to fully enclose the workshop and the forge, etc., etc., so, you know, they're not really exposed to the elements. Let's go with a smelter. I don't know where. It's just temporary anyway, so don't need to worry too much about where it's placed. We do need to get a couple of iron scraps in there. Not gonna go crazy on the iron just yet, because I don't think there is a need immediately, although, again, we haven't really played around with a lot of the newer things that we can build and craft, so there could be a need for some iron, but yeah, we'll smelt as we need it. We can always work on other things. Speaking of working on other things, I just want to see if we can spend a little bit of time cooking here, just inspecting the farm as well, making sure everything's going okay. We've got piggies breeding away, which is nice. Got a whole bunch of stuff that we need to pick up there. I'm not worried too much for now. We can always come back to all of that. And in terms of what we'll do with this house, well, I mean, we're definitely not going to break down the entire house or anything like that. I'll probably just keep this house, and, you know, this place will be basically like a fallback house if we need to. Can we have multiple beds set up? I suppose we can, right? It's not necessary that we have just one bed, although I haven't really tried it, so I'll actually give it a go. I obviously took down the old bed at the very first house that we set up here. But yeah, I'm thinking, I wonder if I really needed to do that, because I could have used that as, again, another fallback location. But yeah, anyway, I have just received some comments about, you know, where I should set up a base next, and a lot of people are saying basically, you know, the key thing is making sure that we've got good access to the sea, and I think this is a good location. So I foresee this area being mostly water, although we did come across some swampy areas here, so maybe there's another sort of continent going on around here somewhere. But yeah, so things are sort of working out. Now, let's get this stone cutting table crafted. And yeah, so I had that stone cutting table set up in the old house, and we ended up not really using it for anything except for decoration. Oh well, that's fine. Stone cutting table. Okay, we're missing something. We're missing some wood, which we don't really have much of. That's fine, we can fix that. Now, considering where we are and, you know, how many trees are nearby and all that sort of stuff, I think this is probably going to be a good base for us to sort of start thinking about regrowing trees and stuff like that. I mean, you know, I did experiment a little bit with that mechanic a few episodes ago. So I sort of know what to do. I mean, of course there's plenty of trees in the Black Forests as well, but it'd be nice to just keep, you know, normal trees going nearby. It'd be nice to also maybe plant like an oak tree somewhere within the confines of the house as well. Sort of like what we've got going in the current house. I don't know. I just like the idea of inviting a little bit of nature into our residence. But anyway, here's the stone cutting, the stone cutting table. I'm just thinking perhaps maybe I want to just set up another workbench like right here. This stone or this rock formation we're probably going to have to get rid of. Stone cutting. Yeah, let's just put it randomly first. We can always break things down and deal with things later. Let's drop that. And yeah, I suppose I should be continuing to move across some of our much needed ingredients, but also I need the hoe because we are going to need to spend some time flattening out the area, at least in some sections, and then we'll sort of think about how we're going to sort of tier things up. So maybe 2 or even 3 tiers up for a nice sort of structure. Yeah, maybe around here. So I might even need to move those workbenches again. But yeah, this is sort of the area that I'm thinking of. Let me... Sorry guys, I'm being super indecisive here, but... Do I need this here? I suppose I can just leave it. That's fine. Let's grab the hoe. Definitely gonna need that. Yep. And let's actually bring... Oh, actually, I've got ingredients for fire. I would like to make some fires, just so that we can get rid of any, like, wet debuffs, if we need to. I wonder if I should bring core wood. Maybe that's a good idea. Normal wood we can easily get. Core wood. Oh, I suppose there are black forests nearby as well, but yeah, we've got stacks of stuff, so... Alright, and I'll just start a fire nearby. Actually, this is the thing that I mentioned before, so yeah, that is actually quite big. So we definitely want something like that for the kitchen, because then there's this, which is also gigantic, which goes over it, right? So that's the idea anyway. We probably still need, like, smaller fireplaces, or maybe we can even have the same size fireplace and have, like, a couple of cauldrons going, although I don't really see a need for that, because that's more like an interactable thing. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Yeah, why don't we just do that? I mean... problem is it might rain, right? So do I want to just quickly cover this up? And yes, we'll have some smoke inhalation issues, but that's okay, as long as we're not going to be here too long. I'm okay with it. Try to get this underneath if I can. I suppose I don't really need to make it perfect because, you know, this is all temporary anyway. Nice. Oh, hey. Oh. I better eat. Man, the timing of this shaman. We could have been caught off guard there. Take that down. Okay, cool. So, might be a good idea for us to go home, have a sleep, and start in the morning. Alright. Time to head back. Food-wise, we're still looking okay, I think. But just need to remember to head back and cook up some more food once we do eat our next batch, I think. Okay, so temporary camp set up. Now it's a matter of trying to figure out what to do here. Let's go with perhaps maybe leveling. Do we have stones? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how flat I want things to get, but let's just use where the workbench is currently, and let's try and flatten one tier of this house first. And then we go from there. Okay, it doesn't seem to flatten too much. I wonder if perhaps maybe with like hilly areas, what you need to do is actually use the pickaxe to do a little bit of that work. I think that might be the case. I was sort of thinking maybe the The bedroom will probably be in the upper floors. And the lower floors we will have, you know, more like kitchens and workshops and stuff like that. Alright, let's bring back the hoe. I'm not entirely sure why there are sections that are jutting out here. But I suppose I can just hammer it down that way. Alright, I get the feeling that this is going to be a big undertaking. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm just trying to think here what we're going to have on this side. Do we want to... We also need to think about where the farm's going to be. So I reckon we'll sort of jut out farming and stuff like that towards this side. So, you know, there'll be initially the house, but then we'll have to sort of think about having an area for pigs, wolves, and, well, I don't really know what other animals we might actually get, but at the very least, pigs and wolves. And yeah, I think... At the very least, we're going to need to have like a fence that goes out quite far. And the fencing is definitely going to be made from stone as well. Alright, let's just cut a little bit more out here. So I'm guessing most people would probably be choosing an area that's already kind of flatter than what we've got going here. So we are probably doing a lot more extra work than other builds. But I just can't say no to this location, guys. The location is perfect. And look, no matter where we do this, I think there's going to be a need for us to try and flatten and, you know, prepare the land in a way that we want it to be. Okay, get rid of my wet status. Okay, well, I guess not. Okay, I think what I'll do next is I'll actually try to play around with some of these stone construction options, and then we'll sort of play things by ear almost. Maybe a good idea if we just get rid of this rock here. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm keen on having the house sort of face the ocean somewhat, and I think we're away enough from the ocean to not have any issues with waves and stuff like that, hopefully. I mean, we'd have to sort of wait for a storm to see what happens, but I think this is pretty good. I'm just sort of trying to decide where the main entrance is going to be, but I reckon roughly around here. So let's get stuff in. So I'm just doing a bit of a test here, guys, as well, because remember we saw that structure that had some wooden flooring with a stone base, and I sort of want to replicate something along those lines. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how it should work, whether or not it's you know, hollow in the middle, or if we would have like a solid stone base, if that makes sense. Because what we could do is something like this, where we then have, you know, the wooden floor sort of in between, if that makes sense. And I don't think that looks bad. It might save on construction time as well. So if we do something like that, the problem is we'd have the actual sort of stone sticking out above the floor. So we definitely don't really want something like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, just a bit of a test to begin with, guys, and well, hopefully we can sort of do what we want here. So I want to do something like that, and I'll actually get rid of those two, because we are going to have some kind of an entrance way here. Okay, that doesn't that doesn't make sense. All right, that looks much better. Okay, can we put stone underneath it? That is looking a little bit floaty. Or we might need to sort of just put a little bit of soil in there. I think that's what we might need to do. That's fine. So this is decent start. Let's continue on this side. Looks like we're going to have to move our stone cutting bench a little bit. Let's chuck it there. Alright, so I just didn't realize here, guys, that now we do have gigantic stone walls that we could put down as well. which might actually be better. Why don't we experiment? Okay, that is not really connecting the way I want it to. But if we do that first, and maybe just get rid of the rest here. And then we sort of repeat the process on this side. Okay. Having real difficulty trying to match that up. Alright. I don't know, is that... Are we happy with that? I'm not entirely sure. What is this? Just like a pillar, basically. Could have pillars sort of standing here for the entrance. Stone floor. I mean, stone floors kind of look nice as well. But I don't know, I just kind of like the look of having a wooden floor indoors. We can maybe play around with the different materials, but let's try and focus on getting the basics done. Crystal walls? Wow, okay, I didn't even realize we had that, so that's the use of the crystals that we gathered from the mountains. Alright, so tell you what guys, me being indecisive as I am, I'm gonna get rid of these, and I'm actually gonna place like the double layer stone walls and the single layer ones, just because I feel like that looks kind of nice, you know, as opposed to a large single block. Because, you know, we still want the place to look aesthetically pleasing as well. So yeah, we're going to use these two, and we're going to sort of alternate between the two. Sorry, one sec. Or we could do, you know, something like that. And we would use the single blocks for, you know, odd places here and there. I think that's the way to go, to be fair. I suppose maybe I want to get a door in just to see what the door looks like. Okay. Mustn't forget windows, but I suppose I can make the windows later. Maybe we should just focus on enclosing the place. Alright, is this big enough for the entrance? And I would say this is probably going to be where our kitchen is going to be set up as well. So let's get some flooring down actually, and that might sort of help us decide. we're probably going to need some stumps. Every... maybe every couple? So something like that. Trying to get that lower camera angle. Place down a stump underneath. I might not be able to do that though. Try that again. Whoops. Sorry. Is not what I meant to do. I mean, I could try to do something like that, but that looks a little bit weird. The shorter version seems to work. Something like that. The question is, do we have enough space? I think this is sort of the same amount of space that we've got for the current house. Maybe we can go a little bit bigger, and that will, you know, give us a little bit more space for maybe a couple of fermentation stations and, you know, the bigger cooking station as well. So yeah, let's keep going with the stone here on the sides. Probably need to flatten a little bit. Okay, gonna have to move our stone cutting. I'll try and actually move the stone cutting bench just over here, because that way it'll sort of cover the area that we need, hopefully anyway. Okay. Is there not enough soil under there? Maybe. Just add a little bit. Okay, cool. Now it's probably not a good idea for us to continue at night. So why don't we head back? And yeah, this will give us a good chance to cook a few more things before coming back out. But we should also be checking on the farm, to be fair. So yeah, there's a few things to do right here. Now in terms of stamina, I think we can start having our ice cream. We can also continue eating more sausages. It really just is about making some more of these stews. Unless we want to graduate from that and do something else. We can do some wolf skewers. How about that? So, onion, mushroom, wolf meat. So yeah, let's do a couple of those. Well, not even a couple. Maybe we'll do like 3. There is onion soup as well. Just don't want to go overboard on using our onions up. But anyway. So, got the foods that we need. So we're sort of even ready for next episode, to be honest, because once we consume some of our older stuff, which is right now, we'll be able to reserve all of this for next episode. We do need to make some more sausages, I reckon, though. So why don't we get that done? I just really like how, you know, making sausages gives you like a big batch. That's really, really nice. And it doesn't take up a lot of boar meat either. So, yeah, let's put stuff away. I think that looks good. Got all this other random stuff that we probably don't really need. Farming. Yeah, I guess we should arrange the farm right now. So let's get to it. And yeah, spending a little bit of time here at the home is nice, just to make sure that the piggies are, you know, getting busy, doing their thing. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have to, you know, you have to be around for them to breed or something like that. Or is that just the taming? I can't remember now. Alright, good. I don't know how many carrots they have remaining in there, but I'll give them another 10. We'll use some for seeding, obviously. Alright, yeah, onions are still taking priority here. Yeah, I can't wait for when we actually get some farming going at the new place, because I reckon we'll be able to do an even bigger farm just to accommodate a little bit more, you know? Although, I mean, even the farm as it stands now, I feel like we've already got plenty and we're quite sustainable with what we're doing. You know, I don't really see us needing to have a bigger farm. It's probably just, you know, having a bigger space for boars and wolves is really what I'm after. Alright, so we're done with our farming. I think the next thing really... Oh, sorry. No, we are not done. Why do I think we're done? We still have the actual produce itself. So let's go with onions. bit dark, so I'm hoping I'm getting the spacing right, but anyway. Even if spacing's a little bit off, that's fine. I think we've got enough onions. How many onions did we manage to take out there? 18. We obviously used a few for more seeding. I think we can pull back on the onion seeding from next batch, I reckon. And we can try and focus on growing all of these things sort of at a similar pace. Again, I still think that turnips we probably don't need much of. So we'll probably just do that for turnips, and then we'll do carrots for the rest of it. Oh yeah, I still haven't heard from any of you guys about the whole feeding the boars thing, because I've just been using carrots so far, because I initially heard that carrots are required for breeding, but if I can do it with any other produce, let me know, guys, because I'd be keen to try and feed them turnips instead. Excuse me. Yep, plenty more carrot seeds. Alright, we're done. Now it's a matter of just putting our stuff away. I do need to repair a whole bunch of stuff as well, so just quickly get that done right now as well, including our good old hammer that's been doing a lot of work today. Alright, seeds. Put all of that away. And got a whole bunch of stuff that we can just throw away. Got some produce that we can tuck away back here. I think I'll give the piggies the rest of the carrots. I don't think we need that many. Plus, it seems like we may be graduating a little bit from eating deer stews. So, I mean, look, I don't really want to waste too much of the wolf meat either, if we don't have to. But, you know, it's nice to eat something different. I think we're looking good on this front. Is it morning already? Yes, it is. Okay, well, it's time to leave in that case. Let's just have a quick rest here, because we should actually get our comfort level back up. Oh, we're out of resin. That's fine. Okay, let's teleport back, and yeah, just gonna continue working on the first room here, which is, yeah, I would say this will be the kitchen. I was just sort of thinking about, like, you know, castles and homesteads and stuff like that. But look, maybe instead of this being a kitchen, this could be like a big living room almost, and then, you know, we can think about having the kitchen in another position. Potentially. But yeah, at the very least I want to get this room done, whatever the use of the room is going to be. So let's just do that. And another one over this side. So yeah, I think, as I said, guys, we'll try and do stumps for every 2 or so 2 tiles of flooring, because I think in terms of strength, things sort of start losing strength after a couple of tiles down, right? So that's the theory anyway behind it. You know what? I could have spent some time just picking up some of our materials. I forgot about that. My bad. Let's see. We're likely to need more stones, so let's just gather up some more stones. We haven't gotten a different type of flooring, right? After getting core wood. I assume it's still just the same type of flooring. Did we manage to pick up another batch there? I don't think so. Anything we can get rid of to lighten the load? I don't think that's really going to be enough. That's fine. We'll come back for more wood later. We can always chop down some more wood if we need to. Alright, so... let's do more flooring. And yeah, from here I'll start thinking about the stumps. So... so it is sort of, snapping in some locations. I'm not entirely sure I'm happy with where it's snapping exactly. Oh, actually, that wasn't too bad. Let me just do that. And let's see if I can just quickly snap this to the bottom. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Yeah. So... and we'll just put this back. And we'll take that off. And yeah, that's gonna be clean, right? Is that even, like, holding it up? I'm not sure. And I wonder if we need, like, stone pillars in the middle of the house. It might actually be pretty good to have stone pillars. Or we could go with core wood pillars instead. You know, something like that. I'm confused, guys. There's so much stuff, so many options. Anyway, let's start working on the sides here. Yeah, you know, I'm keen on having more stones, like, underneath, if possible, but it just seems like, you know, it sort of juts out a little bit, as I said before. It makes it look a little bit weird with the stone jutting out of the wooden panels. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that. There's a matter of whether or not we want actual stone pillars to be part of this build. I think we could have like stone pillars sort of feature in like on two sides, if that makes sense. And then we'll have like the, you know, the wooden stumps. That might be a little bit too close, but maybe a little bit more over this side. So let's get those stumps in. One sec, guys. So, got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Do that instead. Sure, let's make it stronger in the center, that's fine. Or we do that, that. Or do we just want more of these wooden stumps anyway? I mean, I could just like stump the entire row. Look, that might be overkill. Maybe this looks fine to me. All right. So, what next? Well, I guess we need to just continue making this entire room, right? Again, I'm still not entirely sure how big the room's going to be in terms of, what is this, depth? But we'll see how we go. I feel like this episode's gone on for quite a while though, so I might take a quick break here, inhale a little bit of smoke in the process, and we'll come back and continue the build in the next one. So, yeah guys, the next episodes are really going to be about just focusing on build number 3. We might think about taking a break and doing something a little bit different in between, but yeah, build number 3 I feel has been a long time coming, and it's about time that we actually address it. So here we are. We'll, add some more fuel to the fire there. Oh, actually no, it's getting wet. Bloody hell. Alright, do we need to fix that? I guess we do. I'm not entirely sure where it's getting wet from. From this side, maybe? Okay. Alright, fixed it. Fixed the problem. But yeah, as I said, guys, we'll come back next episode and we'll continue the build, see how far we get, and then we'll play it by ear in terms of, you know, whether or not we'll mix up different things in between. But this is me signing out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As usual, leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.